It is a whoop whoop.
Where am I going? Are you for real?
Being able to go into that collection and see all the different engines that he had, I mean, it's a lot of stuff that you'll never see in one place again. You know, I mean, you can very seldom go to a place and see 12 or more autos in one collection. So to see that is pretty breathtaking.
Hey, welcome to Lebanon, Tennessee. We're here for the Classic Green Show. This is basically the National John Deere Show put on by the Classic Green Club. They're a great organization. They focus on the people and the collectors, and the tractors are kind of secondary, but they have done a bang-up job at this show. It's going to be great. We'll take you out there and show you around, and welcome to this episode of Old Iron Adventures.
I'm Kurt Aumann of Aumann Auctions. We have been in business for over 60 years, and I've tried countless times to put into words the adventures we go on and the situations we get into, but I just can never seem to do it, so we're going to show you. We are an international auction company specializing in all things vintage power. Through our adventures, we have seen some of the rarest items in the world, from vintage tractors, trucks, cars, signs, memorabilia, and so much more. We are not just an auction company, we are collectors with a passion for the items we sell. But it's not just about the items, it's also about the people. We get to experience, share, and tell the history of our past. Every day is different in the auction industry. Now it's time we take you on the adventure with us.
Let's take off and weave our way through the crowd and see what all is out here. Wow, it's a sea of John Deeres. If you'll kind of look out through we're just on the very edge of it, and they've got early stuff, two-cylinder stuff, kind of mixed in with even second generation tractors, 4040s and 6030s, or the whole line of 6030s. Let's kind of drive up here and see what we can find. Wow, man, it is, what a great setting in amongst the shade trees. Here's a neat lineup. Tell you what, let's pull off here, because this is something that we'd like everybody to see. So what we've got coming up here is an unstyled L industrial, a BI industrial, and then a BI industrial with front mount blade. And you know, everybody associates John Deere's with green and yellow. These are orange and yellow. Made for the industrial market. A lot of times you'd have a municipality or a county government that would be buying these tractors. Extremely low production, so they're really rare and they're highly sought after by John Deere collectors. This is the kind of stuff that the Classic Green group does really well, that I personally really appreciate. They have set up a Classic Green driving school, and they have set up a course out there, and they take these young kids that maybe have never been on a tractor or a lawn and garden tractor, and they take them out there and they show them how to drive it and run it. And that is, you know, that's something that I take for granted. I grew up on a farm. I was always able to do that, but there's a lot of kids that have never tried that. And you know, it does two things. I mean, it really kind of teaches them a life skill a little bit, and gets them interested in the hobby. And that, you know, what a fantastic thing. I mean, that's awesome. We will drive around here and we will find the guy that has the pre-production John Deere D. It's like the experimental. It's the granddaddy of every tractor here. It is fascinating. They actually resurrected that tractor from a casting that was found buried at John Deere in a dump. And he took one piece and built the entire tractor out of it. Hey, this is my old buddy Dan Thomas, one of my favorite people in the world. I'll tell you why.
He says that about everybody.
I'll tell you why in a little bit. But what a great story he's got with this tractor. Okay, this is what's referred to as the bathtub D in the hobby. Dan, tell us what this is.
This is actually an experimental water through buoy tractor. And so they were having shipping costs that they were incurring on the water through buoy tractors. They couldn't get them crossways on a railroad car. So they wanted to build a shorter tractor for shipping purposes and a lighter tractor also. So that's what the concept came from.
And is it fair to say it's the predecessor?
Yeah, this actually was the start of an experiment, and it ended up after John Deere bought out Water Through Gas Engine Company. It became the Model D some 7 years later.
So this is the 100th anniversary of the D.
Yes.
And so all these Ds that are at this show.
Yeah, they can track back to this tractor.
This is Granddaddy right here. Cool.
Granddaddy.
And radiator's warm. You've
Yeah,
been running
it's warm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the only one of these in existence.
Yeah.
And to get back to why Dan's one of my favorite guys. This is probably thought of by most John Deere collectors as maybe one of the rarest, the most historically significant, highest valued John Deere antique tractors that there is. And I was at the first show that you took it to.
Yep.
And you know what he said to me? He said, well, get on it and drive it. And he has let little kids to octogenarians drive this thing, and he takes it around, he shares it, he is an ambassador to the hobby. I can brag on him a whole lot better than he can brag on himself because he wouldn't do it. But I just want to say that to everybody because he is a real steward of the hobby, and he's really doing this tractor justice by letting people experience it because it's actually a piece of John Deere history.
So with these events, there's a lot that goes into it behind the scenes that people don't always see, between the people working together in the office to get kind of the graphics done, the marketing done, all of the handouts ready and that kind of thing, to loading the trailer, to getting everything set up at the actual show. There's just a lot that goes into these events for us as well.
So Shannon and I just got back from Tennessee. We went to help set up for Classic Green. Couple road bumps, but we dealt with them. Everything's set up, looks great. We got the truck in, the John Deere truck that we're selling this fall. Couple of hiccups there with the wrong size trailer, but we got her done and we just all went down as one big group. We had 2 trucks, 2 trailers, a car full of just everything you can think of to make this booth look awesome.
So as we prepped for Classic Green, we were trying to coordinate hauling down a highly customized early Chevy pickup truck that's all John Deere themed, and consignor wanted it to be hauled in an enclosed trailer, so we needed to find a trailer to haul it down to Tennessee with. So I found one, I brought it back here to the facility, and then we went to pick up the truck from the consignor, and we found out that the truck's cab height was taller than the inside of the trailer, so that didn't really work out. So we had to make alternative arrangements on hauling it down. So we managed to find a trailer that it would fit inside, but that's just a part of these live events and setting up and coordinating with everything. There's just so many little things to think about and to plan for, and it's just, I guess that's the fun of getting together and coordinating live events and setting up booths and things like this at Classic Green and other events like that.
For Classic Green, I worked on flyers and banners and some other pop-up banners for the booth. There's a lot of moving pieces. Got to make sure that all the auctions that we're advertising for have open house dates, have their pictures, and everything moves really smoothly.
Hey, good morning. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good. Good to see you again this morning.
Thank you. You too.
Good. Hey, Joe.
All of us came not only for the fun and to see everything, but it's also a really good network opportunity for us. We're able to meet with collectors, vendors, enthusiasts of the hobby, kind of talk with them about their passions, what they have in their collection, what they may be looking for. It gives our auction managers a good chance to talk with potential sellers and buyers. It's just a great way for us to get upcoming sales out there.
All right, thank you guys. Enjoy the show too. Yeah. That is one of the reasons we come to the Classic Green Reunion. We have a lot of great collectors and people with great collections, so that at any time people decide to sell, we're here to help them out and disperse their collection. And they're very passionate about what they do. And all the collectors here at the Classic Green Reunion, they love their tractors, they love their toys, their memorabilia, and it's really a great hobby for everybody. And you know, all in all, it really is all about the people and helping. That's kind of their motto at Classic Green. And they make it a family event, and they show up here and they spend the weekend, they rent hotels, they get together with their tractors, the literature that shows up, and there's always some very unusual items that show up here. So.
Hello everyone, my name is Joe Trout, the toy man for the club, and welcome to our show that we're having here in Lebanon, Tennessee. It's our third show. I am about to take you on a tour and show you some great displays of some very talented people and friends of mine that have toys, literature, memorabilia, and all kinds of cool John Deere stuff.
As you see here, we have our RC display layout here. We are a part of Deep South Mini Truckers, and our group incorporates members from various states, as far away as Indiana, as far south as Louisiana, Georgia, Tennessee. We all get together, come out, and we try to promote the hobby in the RC world. As you can see here, we have RC semi-trucks, we have RC tractors, we have RC construction equipment. On the far end of the layout over there, we got a simulated dirt pit. We push, pull, haul, dig, excavate, move material all day long. Generally, this setup here, we will run an average about 8 hours a day when we go to an event. We got another hand-built Kenworth here. This is a belt-driven truck here. It's fully RC as well. Generally, it's loaded up with material, and then it can be augered out the back. And what city is incomplete without having a Waffle House? We gotta have a Waffle House. We're so thankful that Joe and his team from Classic Green John Deere, they asked us to come down and run our models, and it's been a pleasure just to be here.
All right, next on the tour is Mr. Chuck Steffens. He is a master craftsman when it comes to building toys, and he also used to write for Toy Farmer magazine, and I'll let him explain his display for you.
So my display really is John Deere tractors is the main issue, but I wanted to have implements because the farm's always based on a tractor and an implement. So we have quite the selection here. You know, I mean, I'm kind of proud of this setup that we got here. The tractor and the chopper and the chopper boxes. I mean, it's something I relate to when I was a kid. You know, this tractor here, I remember growing up with. Our monastery had 3 models like that. That was one of my projects I built back in the day. So everything here is either custom built, scratch built, 3D printed, made out of metal, machined. Even come down here to these little pullers. Little puller, 1/64 scale. Great for kids to work on. End up putting them together. My little boy, he helped me build these here, so he wanted to bring something to show off too. So.
All right, another thing that is a part of this building here is literature. John Deere literature is a big time thing to collect, And this year I am very, very fortunate to have a friend of mine named Matt Gilsinger out of Indiana. His family owns the oldest John Deere dealership in the country. But he is a big time literature collector and dealer, and he has brought me this display over here of all kinds of cool John Deere literature. The prices that a little piece of paper can bring. Some of the stuff is worth a lot of money, and it's very old, but yet back then, of course, it was given away for advertisement. But now it's worth a lot of money, and collectors go wild over this type of stuff too. But literature is all a part of my toys and memorabilia.
Hey, so standing here with my buddy Whitney, and this is a pretty special tractor, okay? This is a John Deere Model C. What is a C?
All right, a C is the precursor to the GP. So the GP was made from 1928 to 1935. But in 1927 and 1928, the Model C was made.
So this is the entry into the row crop market.
It is. This is John Deere's answer to the row crop business.
Yeah, yeah.
Or their entry into the row crop business.
Yeah. So you know, to maybe a novice collector, or they'll walk up to this and they'll think it's a GP. So what are the differences between a C and a GP?
All right. So the very obvious the changes or the differences when you would first look at it are this exhaust elbow is no longer, it's not perpendicular to the tractor, it's at a 45-degree angle. So that's a very obvious, notable difference right off. And then the other obvious one on the front side are these turnbuckle style radius rods on the end. So that's two of the three items. And then the third one would be the seat, the steering wheel, and then this pogo style seat. So there's four things in a very quick manner. You'd be able to walk up and say, hey, this is kind of an odd duck.
And that pogo style seat was replaced by the spring steel, which people are used to. Yeah,
that's correct.
Yeah.
I have a rod in this one keeping it from doing that.
Right.
So that it doesn't scratch the paint. But this seat has about a 3 or 4 inch give to it. So, but a noticeable difference is the wooden steering wheels.
Right.
So, do they have enough time if I were to start this thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, nobody would frown, right?
No, we'd be all about it.
I think it's lunchtime. That's a handful right there. Got fried tomatoes, fried pickles. I was thinking about going on a diet, but I think that might start tomorrow. Taste of these fried green tomatoes that everybody has been talking about. I see why they'd name their stand after that. Those are good. Looks like here we go, we got the parade starting. A lot of cool stuff to see. A lot of different tractors. The It's cool just seeing the little kids, especially getting to see us driving his tractor there with Grandpa. It's just cool to see all the people and just everybody out enjoying tractors. Started with some fried green tomatoes and fried pickles, but we were missing a key food group in there, potatoes. You'll have to pardon my ignorance on this one, being from the north, but we've got a stand here for tater cakes, and I have absolutely no idea what that is, but I'm excited to find out. I'm excited for that tater cake. Check that out. Got some barbecue chicken on there. I don't know how I ever lived without these beforehand. Like, I said it, potatoes are a food group, and this has got about all of it right in one spot.
It's always a highlight of the show season. These shows only happen every 2 years, so they're very special. The next one is going to be in Wisconsin, so we certainly would encourage any of you that are interested in the John Deere brand to watch the Classic Green website and plan on attending in 2025 in Wisconsin.
All right, so we're back a little bit later on. Let the tater cakes and the fried green tomatoes and everything settle. And I have had my eye on this dessert since yesterday evening, a banana pudding milkshake. That beauty there. Oh man. I don't think this will be the last one of these I'll be having.